Back to Hillary Clinton and these emails that seem to be gathering a little bit more steam, what she knew and when she knew it, former Attorney General Judge Michael Mukasey, on why this could amount to something here. There are a number of folks who say, General, very good to see you,
good to see you,
that it could amount to something, but that the Justice Department would be hard-pressed to follow up, even if it came to that, an FBI recommendation to take action against her. Let's say that were the case. FBI recommends taking action, and they don't follow suit. Then what?
Then I think you get the kinds of dramatics we got at the time of Watergate with resignations, and I don't think it's going to come to that because I think
resignations were at the
Bureau for sure, including possibly the director. I can't speak for him, obviously, but if he were to recommend a charge in a case this serious and it were not to be followed,
that would be unusual and certainly legal or Justice Department history, wouldn't it? I mean, if the FBI were to recommend something and it didn't follow up, infrequent as it is.
I don't know whether it's frequent or not, but and I've seen the FBI walk into the door of a U.S. Attorney's office with what they think is a case, and it turns out not to be. But this isn't that kind of thing at all.
What is it?
It's huge. I don't think that this is going to end happily for Mrs. Clinton, given the kind of evidence and the amount of evidence that we've already seen.
The amount of evidence being top secret data and information.
Being top secret data, being her clear knowledge of what was there, and her instruction to people to send classified material in an unclassified setting.
So when she said at the time that she didn't know or see it as such, it was only taken and relabeled that after the fact. Do you believe that? Is that possible?
It's possible that something that came to her wasn't labeled classified. On the other hand, she was the Secretary of State. The information contained in there was classified, whether it was labeled that way or not. So to say that it wasn't labeled classified and was labeled only afterwards is saying absolutely nothing, because it's the information that's protected, not the label on it.
All right, so she could be in real legal trouble here. And even if the Justice Department didn't follow up on a recommendation from the FBI, hypothetical though it may be, a lot of folks say that she could still survive even that, minus some of the other drama of possible FBI resignations and people stepping down. Avoiding that, she could still survive.
That's a political judgment. I'm not a politician, but it's hard for me to see how.
Why? We've seen it before. We've seen those in the IRS who many people said should have been investigated and were not.
Lois Lerner wasn't running for public office.
What difference should that make?
When you say survive, do you mean be elected?
No, just to be hands-off. If there was a hands-off policy with Lois Lerner, ultimately as there was, whether Hillary Clinton's running for office or not, I agree with you in your summation there, but they might argue it's the same deal.
I suppose they might. And by survive, you mean survive without a charge being brought during this administration? I suppose it's theoretically possible, but I thought you meant survive politically.
So you think the surviving politically is what's held in question here?
Well, do you really think that the American people are about to elect somebody as to whom there have been recommended charges of
if it came to that.
If it came to that? It's hard for me to see how.
All right, Judge, thank you very, very much.